Okay, so if you've got curly hair, I'm willing to bet you've heard the word porosity. A lot. It's talked about everywhere, like it's the one secret key to unlocking your hair's potential. But what if I told you that this constant focus on porosity might actually be what's holding your curls back? Today, we're going to dig into an idea that could completely change how you think about your hair. I mean, seriously, just think about that for a second. All that time you spent stressing out, wondering if your hair is low porosity, high porosity, or just difficult. What if none of that was ever the real issue? And that is the big question we're diving into. This idea that the very things you're buying to help your hair might be the exact cause of the problems you're trying so hard to fix. All right, so let's get into it, the porosity puzzle. Before we can really bust this myth, we've got to be on the same page about what porosity even means in the first place.
It's actually pretty simple. Porosity is just a measure of how good your hair is at soaking up and holding onto moisture. And we're talking specifically about water here. It's all about getting that good old H2O into the hair strand and, convincing it to stick around for a while.
Now, here's where it starts to get really interesting. So many people in the curly community, right? They see water beating up on their hair, and the immediate diagnosis is, yup, I've got low porosity hair. But is that really what's happening? Well, according to curl specialist Angel Barnett, a lot of the time the answer is no. This quote right here, this is the whole game changer. The problem might not be your hair's built-in structure at all. It's about what you've been putting on it. So, okay, if it's not actually low porosity, then what in the world is going on? Let's break down what's really happening on the surface of your hair that's making it act that way. And this is where it all clicks into place. It totally reframes the issue, right? What we see as a symptom, like water beating up or products just kind of sitting there, isn't a sign of your hair's type. It's a sign of product buildup. It's literally creating a waterproof shield on your hair, all because of non-water soluble ingredients like oils and butters that are physically blocking water out. So let me walk you through exactly how this happens. It's actually pretty simple. First, you're applying products with things like heavy oils or butters, right? The stuff that doesn't just rinse out with water. Step 2, those ingredients build up and form this invisible, waterproof film all over your hair. And then, well, that coating acts like a raincoat. Water can't get in, it's physically blocked. The results? Your hair gets super dehydrated and starts acting exactly like what everyone calls low porosity. Which, of course, brings us to a really, really important question. If something as simple as product buildup can perfectly mimic all the signs of low porosity hair, then how important is that label in the first place? I mean, let's be real. Is this really the most important thing to know about your hair? Especially if you've spent years building your entire routine around that one specific label? Well, the expert take is surprisingly blunt. Unless you color your hair, and that's the one time it really, really matters for how the dye gets absorbed, the answer is no. For most of us, there's something way more important to focus on. And this is where we get to the big mindset shift. It's time to stop trying to cram your hair into a static little box and instead make your active goal all about one thing: hydration. And a secret weapon for that? Water-soluble products. It's simple, really. These are products made with ingredients that actually dissolve in water. They rinse away clean, they don't leave that waterproof film behind. And that means water can finally get in and do its job. And check this out. This chart just makes it so clear. Look at the difference. On the left, you've got hair that's coated in buildup. It can barely absorb any water. But on the right, with water-soluble products, the potential for hydration is massive. It's like you're finally opening the door and letting all that good moisture rush in. So what this all boils down to is a totally new way of thinking about your curls. A new mantra, even. It's about your technique, not your type.
This table really lays it all out, the whole shift in approach. The old way was all about obsessing over your porosity, using heavy oils and butters, and thinking, oh, my hair is the problem. The new focus? Just achieve maximum hydration. Choose water-soluble products. And the biggest thing, change your mindset to my technique is the solution. The result is so much better. Healthy, hydrated hair instead of frustration.
So that's the final question I want to leave you with. Imagine what your curls could do. What could they achieve if you stopped fighting a label you might have given yourself, and instead just focused on giving your hair what it's actually thirsty for, plain and simple water? The potential might be way bigger than you ever thought.